Hello and welcome to Bam Comedy. My name is Bryce Moore, and I will be your comedian. A few weeks ago, a comedian in Memphis, KP, try more, you've heard me talk about him before, made a post that said, "Name Tag Comedy presents Simply the Best, a live dating show." It was going to be at Black Lodge in Memphis. And it was scheduled for August 30th. It was a Wednesday. Well, I saw that and I thought, wonder what this is, because I'd never heard anybody talk about it. Nobody mentioned that it was going to be a thing. I just saw the post. So I didn't know for sure what it was. I was kind of interested to see what it was, and see if I could get some talking, chatter about it, Just kind of looking forward to seeing more about it. But it also said it was hosted by KP and another comedian in Memphis named Keely Allison, right? Well, now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything as far as what exactly the show is. Comedians host things all the time, whether they're comedy related or not. They just want the personality, Makes sense. Well, KP, kind of out of the blue, texted me one day. "Hey, you want to be on the dating show on the 30th? "Sure. What would be my place in it? Like, what's the idea of the show?" "You'll either be a contestant or on the panel." And that's just where that conversation ended, y'all. So I didn't learn anything from that. I didn't know what it was that I was going to. But I thought, well, I'm a comedian. He's a comedian. He knows I'm a comedian because he sees me at comedy open mics doing comedy, being a comedian. So I figured that probably means it's a comedy show. Hopefully. It'd make me feel a lot better if it was, So I just didn't know. Well, then he made a post a couple days later, said that he was kicking off a monthly run of comedy shows at Black Lodge, starting with the Simply the Best live dating show. And I thought, okay, so I guess it is a comedy show in some sort of dating show format. Like, I still don't know. It doesn't give any more information on the dating show. So I wasn't able to tell really. But I figured, okay, well, I go to Memphis every week. I can hopefully just catch him and ask him. Well, unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, I wasn't able to go to Memphis between that point and when the dating show was. So I decided I'd just text him again. "Hey, do I need to have material prepared for the dating show on the 30th? "Just bring your personality." "Which one? There's two. There's Bam, who can do and say anything and everything he wants. And then there's Bryce, who has to be suppressed while Bam is on stage working." And I figured, you know what? Better safe than sorry. I'm going as Bam. I'm going to wear the Bam shirt, have my hair done, have the show shoes, have the pants, the belt, the class ring, everything. Whole nine, I'm going as Bam, and they're going to like it. I can talk a big game when I'm at home alone. So it gets to the day of the show, and I get there dressed to the whole nine, I get there right about 6:30. That's when the door's supposed to open. Show starts at 7. KP's already there. And he shows me like where I'm going to be on stage, and that he tells me that Keely's going to be primarily hosting the show. And I said, all right, cool. And so basically my instructions were sit tight. We get there when we get there. Well, Keely shows up just a little bit later. Not long at all after I did. And we just waited a while. And eventually some Memphis comics showed up. And I thought, okay, so I guess it is probably a comedy show if other Memphis comics are showing up. Either that or they're just here to support and see what some of these other people are working on. I'm so confused. I'm just waiting to be told what to do, and we're going to play along, Well, I keep sitting there and I'm waiting, and then it's getting closer to 7. And there's not many people that are just regular, ordinary, not comedians showing up. There's not anybody there that I don't know. And then it gets at 7, then it gets after 7, and Keely comes walking over and she says, "Hey, we're just going to go to Lamplighter." we're going to do this at Lamplighter? Does Lamplighter know? No, we're going to go and do the open mic. And then she just left. Well, I went over to KP and he said, yeah, everybody backed out on me last minute. Well, did you tell them that I came all the way from Jonesboro, Arkansas? I know. I'm sorry. And I'm going to make it up to you. And I was like, I'm not really worried about it, you know? I mean, can't really control other people and what they do. People are going to be people about it, you know? There's just one thing that still bothers me, y'all. To this day, I still don't know what it is I agreed to. I don't know what it was. I'm guessing that part is left up to interpretation. So, here's what I have interpreted. My headcanon is this. It was a legit dating show, and I had a real chance to win a real date, which would be the first of my life. Fun fact, I've never been on a date. I know you're surprised. Anyway, my headcanon is that it would have been a real dating show and I could have gone on a real date potentially. But the show didn't happen, and I think everything happens or doesn't happen for a reason. So the conclusion is this. I am destined to die alone. That's it for this episode of Stand Up Comedy. Thank you so very much for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you again next time.